everybody. Welcome to week 7 of my contest prep. It is Christmas week and things are going well. I feel overall really good. Foot is healing. I can put a bit of weight on my heel only. And that's good. It's a step in the right direction for sure. And I'm moving along. I got a DEXA scan done, so I'm going to show you guys that and the adjustments that I've made to my plan to reflect all of that. And I am just bopping along here. Nothing too exciting, really. Still keeping everything pretty much status quo. Not too many changes. Cardio is quite low at just 15-ish minutes after some of my lifts. And I'm training 4 days a week now, and I'm just doing the thing. I'm not really that hungry. I definitely have pangs of cravings here and there, but it's just like cravings for yumminess, not necessarily because I'm hungry. And I'm going to be in prep basically an entire year, more or less. So this is just sort of how I'm going to be for a while, and I've accepted it, and I've come to terms with the fact that I will be tracking food and eating in a tight calorie range for a very long time. I'm going for my pro card. And to be a professional bodybuilder, that's what you have to do. So I've accepted it. I've come to terms with it. And I am fine mentally to do this for the long haul for the next year. I know it's not going to be forever. I know that there will be an end to my competitive bodybuilding journey at some point. And when that time comes, I can be more flexible with my food and my intake. So even though it is restrictive, it is my sport. So that's why I do it. If I wasn't a competitive bodybuilder, I would not be this strict for this long. It's better to do periods of meat if you're on a body composition journey, new to lifting and building your shape. It's better to find the calories that you sit best at, eat at maintenance, quote unquote, a slight surplus, do a little mini cut when you want to, and just repeat this cycle over time. Or if you're not concerned about the body fat you have, don't worry about it and just worry about getting strong. So that's what I would recommend for anybody that's not a competitive bodybuilder. I'm going for my pro card this year. And so I have to do what I have to do. And I've accepted it. My husband is on board with it. We know what's going on in my life for the next long haul here. So anyway, so things are going well. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of everything this vlog and a workout too. So let's start with a physique check-in. See ya. I thought I would show you all my DEXA scan and take you through some adjustments I've made in my contest prep based on the results of the DEXA scan and the fact that I'm walking a bit more now using the heel of my broken left foot. So let's get to it. So I got my DEXA scan done the other day, and it was it was a really good one in the sense that it showed I dropped quite a bit of body fat. It says I gained 2 pounds of muscle. I don't really think that's even physically possible, but whatever. I'm going to just enjoy the data regardless. So I am below 20% body fat according to the DEXA scan, which I'm not surprised about. About a week ago in my prep, I felt like towards the end of week 6, I was really feeling like I was turning a corner and really tightening up. Usually my body takes a full month of 100% on point contest prep to realize it's in prep. And that's what happened. And it's been over a month by now, and my body is definitely starting to drop fat. So I lost almost over 6 pounds of body fat, according to the DEXA scan, which is like, wow, it's great. So I'm really happy to hear that. Not surprised. My body fat is concentrated around my hips and my upper thighs. That is my trouble spot, and that will continue to be my trouble spot. But I've made some great progress here, and I'm really happy to see that. Showed I lost some fat in my legs. Not that much, actually, but I lost a little bit of fat. I lost most of the fat around my trunk, my midsection, which I'm not surprised to see that data because I really did feel like in the past week or so, my midsection has really started to flatten out. So my contest prep is going in the right direction. I do not take these results super seriously. I don't think that's even possible to gain 2 pounds of muscle in a month and a half, but I like seeing the data regardless. I know that what I'm doing is working, quote unquote, because what contest prep is reducing body fat. So, all right, now let's go into my contest prep. I have redone some of it based on the data that I got from the contest prep, or sorry, from the DEXA scan. So I'm down 7 to 8-ish pounds in my contest prep so far, according to my scale at home. The DEXA scan actually, it weighs me 3 pounds more than my scale at home, but I use my scale at home as the one that's really showing my progress because that's where I'm weighing myself almost every day. So I'm down 7, 8-ish pounds. I'm getting close to the 10 pounds of weight loss mark. And that's where I want it to be by the end of December. I'm filming this on Christmas Day. So done it. I'm down essentially more, getting close to 10, not quite 10, but getting close. That's what I wanted to happen in my first 1.5 to 2 months of prep. So that's where I'm at and I'm on track. So what I've had to do is redo some of the math. Still want to bring myself to around 116 pounds by my target show in March. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to get to that weight at that time. If I need to wait and compete in April or beginning of May, I will. But I do not want to step on stage until I'm hovering somewhere around the 116-ish mark. I do have to be quite lean this year, so I want to see what I look like at that weight, which is a few pounds less than what I was when I competed in 2025. I'm going to get to that point, and then I'm going to revisit where I'm at, how I'm feeling, like how my cardio is going, how tired I am, etc. And then I'm going to recalibrate everything to get me to the third goal. So goal one was getting me to the 10 pounds of weight loss. I'm basically there. Now I'm in phase two, which is a 10-week fat loss, my contest prep, another 10 full weeks, everything, nailing every single thing, bringing me down another 10 pounds to around 116 because I'm like 126-ish and a change now. After that, I'm going to revisit, and then I have to spend 2 full months getting myself to as close to 110 pounds as possible. I know that sounds scary low. It is scary low. I'm going to have to be the leanest I've ever been this year competing. I'm really serious about getting my pro card this year. And if it's in the cards for me, I really need to be as lean as I've ever been. That's what the judges want to see. So it's going to be extremely challenging. But I am ready to do it. I'm locked in. Like, I know what I have to do. So how I've recalibrated it is to my 5 higher movement days, essentially my training days, and my 2 lower calorie days, my rest days. I've changed the increment to just like calories of each of these for the calories I consume and the calories I move on my iWatch. Small 25 calorie increments, really small increments. I'm essentially not changing much for the next like weeks. I would love to step on the gas and like get my fat loss to accelerate, but I can't do that because I have to keep runway in my process to allow me to lean down, continuing April, May, June, July, August. I plan on competing possibly through October of 2026. So like I have to leave myself a lot of room. Um, don't want my calories to get below 1400 if I can help it. We'll see. And that's going to be by the end. That's not now. My calories are still on the higher range. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many. I don't want people to copy me, but I'm on the closer to 2000 still, actually, on most days of the week. And I'm just dropping it down the smallest amount, like 2 weeks. And again, repeating, I would love to like on the gas and make this process go faster, but I can't do that because I have to get my body to last leaning down for months and months and months on end because I have a brutal, prep year ahead of me. And so I'm moving around more. So I also had to adjust my step count. Um, I took the data of this week. I'm filming this on a Thursday. I took my data from through Wednesday where I have been like a bit more this week. So I have my average. And again, I just bumped it up every few weeks. I have it going up on my higher days, about 1,000 steps every 2 weeks. And on my lower movement days, like steps addition every 2 weeks. So I really am going to try and keep like steps as low as I can, my cardio as low as I can, my hot food as high as I can, because I have such like a long way to go. All competitors know, like, looks good on paper. I'm just going to have to keep adjusting as time goes on. So I don't consider myself ever stuck unless my weight does not budge for 10 full days. So as long as like will stay on my plan for how I've mapped it out until I get stuck. And if my weight stalls, again, it has to stall for 10 full days before I make an adjustment. But right now, so far, 7 weeks in, all of my data and like my math has been working even with the injury. So I'm going to keep going as is. I have been dropping weight, as you could see from the DEXA scan. Calories like I'm currently at are working. So I'm trying not to change anything, even like if I want to and I want to accelerate it, I can't. I need to be smart and patient. That's the way to do this year. So I am walking more. I also changed my adjusted my sodium and my potassium. I increased those because I am moving more. I had them on the lower side because I was moving less. So yeah, everything out based on my rate of loss that I've done so far, and looking forward to the fact that like I have to stay in prep for the next 7 to 10 months. So yeah, going back to the vlog. Christmas Eve day, my husband doesn't celebrate, and my Florida vacation got canceled due to the foot. So it is just a staycation. I'm off of work for 5 full days straight, which I'm stoked about, and I'm just going to take it easy. As far as food goes, we'll be making a few different things that I'll show in the vlog today, but I'm just going to be eating everything in super moderation because I'm in contest prep, and in theory I am competing in March if all goes according to plan. We'll see if I'll be ready in time, but I have to continue to focus on my nutrition even with the holidays. So even making some special food, but just really like thinking about my calorie intake and planning accordingly. I have made a change in my daily routine, very exciting bodybuilder change. So instead of doing the just egg in my morning sandwich, I've switched it to a quarter of fava tofu. And how I make that is, I should have probably filmed it, but whatever. I cut the fava tofu. I empty it from the package and I wash it off with water because sometimes it's a bit sticky. I think that's a little gross. So I wash it off with water and then I cut it into 4 and I just spray with a little spritz of cooking spray, and just I dash onion powder and garlic powder, nutritional yeast, and a bit of turmeric. I shake it all around and I put it in my air fryer for 10 to 15 minutes depending on the crispiness. And now these are meal prep for 4 mornings of breakfast. And so since I've switched from the just egg to the fava tofu, I've reduced the amount of bacon seitan because I didn't need as much. And this breakfast here with the hash brown is 650-ish calories and 50 something grams of protein. So this is a bomb of protein. And then after this, I'm going to go to the gym and train. I'm going to do a back day. I'm going It's Christmas week, so we have some holiday baking going on, even though I am in contest prep. So I whipped together this Whole Foods gingerbread cake here, and I used the brand Acre Made, their vegan egg. I like to bake with this. This is great. I keep it in my pantry. And even though the recipe called for 6 tablespoons of oil, I just used 4 tablespoons of oil and 2 heaping tablespoons of unsweetened applesauce. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these come out. So I'm about to put them in the oven and I'll let you guys see how they come out. So I'm back to dog walking, which affects my prep. I factored in that each of my dog walks is about 1,000 steps. So I'm doing 2 dog walks a day for the most part, morning and the afternoon one, and my husband's taking the night ones for now. He will be traveling a lot of January, so I'll be doing 3 a day then. So I've factored that into my prep, and I have to take all of these things into consideration because it affects the rate of fat loss and how much I'm moving around. But it's nice to be walking again. I'm just being really careful with the boot and not overdoing it. Let's roll, everybody. Let's roll. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go home. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. It is Christmas morning here, so I'm going to make a special holiday treat. I was going to make a peppermint Oreo cake, but I am in prep, so I'm going to make cupcakes instead because that way they're more portioned out. And I'm not going to overcomplicate this in my macros. So this Oreo cake mix is accidentally vegan, and the macros aren't that bad. So I'm just going to budget, and I'll use this Oreo frosting, accidentally vegan, and then I'm going to crush up these Whole Foods brands copycat Oreos. And I'm just going to budget like calories in my macros to accommodate 1 or 2 cupcakes for today and tomorrow. So I'm not going to overcomplicate it too much. And when I use store-bought baking mixes that are vegan, I use the Acre Made egg replacer. So it usually comes out pretty well. I normally in a cake mix will replace half of the oil with applesauce to make it a little less fatty. But this one actually only requires 3 tablespoons of oil. So that's not that bad. So when it comes to fat macros, that is. I'm not saying oil is bad. But when you think about it from a nutrition standpoint, when you're in conscious prep like me. So I'm not even going to bother replacing this with applesauce. I'm just going to make it as is, and I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end. My assistant Oreo chef, who looks like an Oreo. They came out so cute. If I was to do them again, I would have added a bit of xanthan gum into the mix because they're a little loose, but it's okay. It makes them kind of light and fluffy, so it's fine. Maybe better to eat with a fork, spoon, but so yummy looking. All right, let's try one. Oh, so good. Delicious. Very tasty. This was a fun little treat for me for the holidays. So I'll have 1 or 2 of these today. I have a feeling they won't last till tomorrow with my husband around, but I'll have 1 or 2 of these today. I'm just gonna leave 500 calories in my macros open for it and not really worry about it too much. And happy holidays, everybody. I portioned out 3 cupcakes for me, and I did the international sign of husband, do not eat my food, please. And I put my name on Tupperware. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. See you guys on here next week for New Year's week. And thanks for tuning in. Peace.